Beginning like any random clip, these videos quickly turned into digital nightmares no one could explain. So tag along, because in 2025, these dark moments took over people's feeds. And left them in shock. As this man was resting in his room late at night, a soft sound near the door pulled him out of sleep. Curious and slightly confused, he looked up, and there it was. Something pale was sitting on the doorframe. It looked almost human, but not quite. The figure slowly raised its hand and waved at him as if it had a plan in mind. Before he could react, it vanished, but only for a few seconds. Suddenly, it charged straight at him. Without thinking, the man pushed it away and rushed out of the house in panic. And the figure? It was never seen again. Lady in Red. This man captured something on camera that left the internet buzzing with questions. Outside his house, there was an old woman dressed in a red gown, holding a lantern. At first, it seemed like she was simply standing there. But then, her movements became strange, almost deliberate. She moved in an eerie, slow manner, circling around the yard as if she had a purpose. Her gaze never seemed to leave the house, making it feel like she was watching and waiting for something. The footage spread quickly, and people were left wondering, who was she, and what was she really doing? Family guest. This family was peacefully sitting in their bedroom when something strange happened. A creature, unlike anything they had ever seen, appeared above the door. It peeked into the room upside down, watching them for a moment before swiftly disappearing, almost like it was playing a game. The mother stood up to check, taking her younger child with her. As soon as they stepped out of the room, the door slammed shut, trapping the elder son inside. He panicked, crying for help and desperately trying to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. After what felt like an eternity, the door finally unlocked on its own. The family quickly ran out of the house, shaken by what they had experienced. To this day, no one can explain what that creature was.
Oh my God!
Ghost Catcher.
I'm looking at you.
Go now.
A group of ghost catchers explored an abandoned house, setting up a camera near the stairs while staying on a video call with their team. Reports of unusual activity had led them there. One of the girls sat beside the camera, waiting in silence. After some time, she noticed a dark hand emerging from the stairs, moving toward her. She quickly picked up the camera to record, but when she looked again, the hand had disappeared. There was nothing there, leaving the area eerily empty.
Go now. Hop. Down. Just make sure we can see. I mean, that is fast.
Pale, tall creature. A video posted on TikTok left viewers puzzled when it showed a strange, tall creature dressed in black with a pale face. The creature was banging its head against the door with such force that it woke the people inside the house. Startled and frightened, they quickly got up in the middle of the night to investigate.
I think Tommy escaped.
When the man approached the window, he was shocked to see the creature standing outside, its hand reaching in through the window. The sight was chilling, and as he stepped back in fear, the creature remained eerily still. Viewers who watched the video were left with more questions than answers, unsure of what the creature was or why it had appeared. The mystery of what was captured that night still lingers. Abandoned house mystery. While taking a stroll on his garden, this guy noticed something strange on his bedroom window. There was a dark figure that stood motionless. It raised its hands as though it were trying to make contact, but the man couldn't understand what he was seeing. His heart raced as he stared at the figure, trying to make sense of it. But before he could react, the figure disappeared, vanishing as quickly as it had appeared. He shook his head, wondering if it had been a trick of the light. After some time, the figure reappeared at a different window, standing eerily still once more. The man felt a cold chill as he watched, unable to explain what was happening. The mystery remained, leaving him uneasy and confused. Filter ghost. In 2025, it seems even ghosts have started using filters. This couple was casually sitting together, playing around with filters and taking selfies. Everything seemed normal until they noticed something odd. One of the filters appeared on the picture of a girl standing behind them. At first, they thought it was a glitch, but then they realized something chilling. The filter, which usually picks up living beings, the couple froze, realizing they had captured something they couldn't explain. Could it be a ghost caught in the frame?
Wait.
Mirror creature. A young man was home alone one evening when he decided to record a video, only to catch something that sent chills down his spine. In the mirror behind him, a terrifying witch-like figure appeared, watching him silently. He froze, unable to make sense of what he was seeing. According to the online spectators, mirrors might act as gateways to the unknown, and this video's could just be the proof. Was this just a coincidence, or had he captured something far more mysterious?
No.
Flying Saint. A video made its way online showing a strange, human-like figure floating through the sky. When the camera zoomed in, there was a figure wearing a bright red gown, drifting effortlessly above the clouds. It looked so surreal, yet there was no denying what was on screen. The creepiest part? Just as it neared another cloud, it vanished completely, like it was never there. Almost as if it remembered its true home, far away in the heavens, not here on Earth. Horrifying Angel. Before I say anything, I want you all to watch the video. Now, the video may not seem that scary at first, but it's the backstory that will leave you shocked. The puppet, which appears quite funny in the video, is actually creepy. The person who owned it posted the video online, saying that while it's manually controlled by him in the footage, at night it comes alive. He claimed it even enters his room and mouths words that don't make any sense. When people online watched the video, many were convinced the puppet was cursed and urged the owner to do something about it. Ghost friend.
Amy?
While checking on her daughter, this woman noticed something that made her stop in her tracks. As she stepped into the room and softly called her daughter's name, she saw another child sitting beside the child. It looked like the shape of a small child, but it wasn't clear. The moment she got closer, the shadow vanished without a sound. Her daughter just sat there, not moving, not speaking, as if nothing strange had happened. Maybe she was protecting her ghost friend. Slide ghost. While recording her child's first time on the slide, this mother captured a moment she never expected. She has noticed that her daughter has been playing with an invisible figure, so she turned on the camera, and this is what it captured. The face didn't belong to anyone nearby, and it was so clear in the video that it sent chills down her spine. She couldn't explain it, but knew that her daughter have a friend. Creepy dolls. A man, curious and eager for an adventure, decided to explore an abandoned house. At first, everything seemed normal, just dust and old furniture. But then he noticed the dolls. At first glance, they appeared harmless, their lifeless eyes staring blankly. But as he moved around the room, something unsettling happened. The dolls' eyes began to follow him. Their bodies remained perfectly still, but their pupils shifted with every step he took. The man couldn't shake the feeling that the dolls were watching, waiting. Realizing his mistake, he quickly left, never wanting to return. Angels in sky. What if angels were actually among us, and we just didn't know it? That thought crossed one man's mind when he saw something truly unbelievable. While looking out his window in Dansaman one day, he noticed glowing figures soaring through the sky, moving with a grace that seemed impossible. Excited and stunned, he quickly grabbed his camera to record the extraordinary sight. The video went viral almost immediately, sparking a heated debate online. Some viewers were convinced they had just witnessed real angels, while others thought it was a clever digital trick. The mystery behind those glowing figures still remains unsolved, leaving many to wonder what they truly were. Field creature. While walking through his field, this man noticed something strange near the well, a little girl sitting by it, staring at him. At first, he thought it was just a child, but as he got closer, he felt uneasy. Her eyes didn't look like those of a normal child. They were cold, almost empty. The smile on her face was unsettling too, twisted in a way that didn't feel right. He knew immediately something was off. She wasn't a normal human. Without a second thought, he turned and walked away. But the viewers of this video have no idea what that thing was. Walking dog. One day, this man was recording his dog walking around the house when something strange happened. The dog, normally on all fours, suddenly stood up on its hind legs and started walking around like a person. It moved so smoothly, almost too perfectly. He thought he might have been imagining it, but when he shared the video online, people were convinced. Viewers began commenting that it looked like a skinwalker, not a regular dog. The video left everyone feeling uneasy, unsure of what they'd really seen. Kid behind door. One evening, this man heard strange noises coming from his bathroom. He went to check it out and noticed a small child hiding behind the bathroom door, barely visible. He slowly approached the door and opened it, but to his surprise, there was no one there. The bathroom was empty, with nothing out of place. The door closed quietly behind him, and everything seemed normal again, leaving the strange sight unanswered. Face of the Earth. This one happened at the Grand Falls in Canada that left a farmer utterly stunned. As he looked up at the sky, he saw an enormous face staring back at him from the storm clouds. It almost felt like a giant was peeking down from above. The face was so detailed that it seemed too perfect to be just a random cloud formation. While some might have thought it was just nature playing tricks, the size and clarity of the face made it impossible to ignore. For a moment, it was as if the clouds were alive, watching him. Creepy backyard ghost. The security camera in the backyard caught something no one expected. A strange woman with long, tangled hair crawled out from a wooden room, her movements eerie and unnatural. But that wasn't all. The camera also recorded another figure above the house, moving around in the shadows. Its shape was hard to make out, like it was trying to stay hidden. When the footage was reviewed, it left everyone feeling uneasy, unsure of what they had just seen. What had appeared on that camera remained a mystery, sparking more questions than answers. Ghost behind shelf. In the middle of the night, this lady heard strange noises coming from her kitchen. Curious, she decided to check. As she entered, she saw a child hiding behind the kitchen shelf. But as soon as the child noticed her, they quickly disappeared from sight. She rushed to the spot, but when she looked, there was no one there. The kitchen was completely empty, and the strange noises stopped. What she saw that night remained a mystery, leaving her with a feeling of unease that lingered long after. Toy Story. This man got a glimpse of something that made him question that very idea. While searching for his pet dog one afternoon, he noticed the dog wasn't alone. To his astonishment, standing beside it was Woody, the cowboy toy from Toy Story. It even looked like Woody was petting the dog, but as the man moved closer, the toy suddenly collapsed, just like any regular doll. Was it a strange coincidence, or could Woody really be alive? The mystery left the man with more questions than answers. Demonic girl. A disturbing video has been circulating on social media, leaving viewers with a sense of unease. In the clip, a little girl stands outside a door, her expression unsettling, as if something isn't quite right. Inside the room, a woman can be seen reaching out to the girl, seemingly offering comfort. But as a few onlookers moved closer for a better look, they were left shocked to find that the girl had vanished, leaving no trace behind. It was as if she had never been there at all. The eerie silence that followed only added to the mystery. Possessed Granny. Late one night, a grandson, concerned for his grandmother, who wasn't feeling well, decided to set up a camera to check on her while she slept. The next morning, he nervously replayed the footage, hoping everything was normal. But what he saw made his heart race. In the middle of the night, his grandmother suddenly sat up in bed, her posture unnaturally stiff. Then she slowly stood up, staring at the camera with her mouth wide open. What happened next was even more disturbing. She began crawling around the room in jerky, unnatural movements, as if something wasn't quite right, and even bit the camera. The footage left him shaken and confused. Was that truly his grandmother, or was something else entirely inside her? Extraterrestrial activity. A video shared by an internet user left everyone stunned, and here's why. While standing on his rooftop, he noticed a strange light in the sky, something that looked almost too unreal to believe. It was as if a UFO was performing maneuvers, like an alien craft from another world. Now, it could have been just lightning, but here's the twist. There was no storm at all, and the sky was completely clear. Upon zooming in, a distinct object became visible, spinning while emitting a bright, pulsating light. Could it have been a UFO fight that somehow ended up in our skies? The mystery remains, and people are still trying to make sense of it. Creepy crawler. While exploring an old, abandoned building, a man noticed a small, dark figure crawling rapidly toward him from a window. Its thin, eerie body moved swiftly, heading straight for him. Without hesitation, he turned and ran, losing track of the creature as he made his way out of the building. The memory of the figure still lingered, a chilling reminder of what he had narrowly avoided. Meteor in Portugal.
A suspected meteorite has lit up the sky over Spain and Portugal. People were left awestruck as the glittering blue fireball streaked across the night sky.
While recording a TikTok video in Portugal, a woman experienced something that took her completely by surprise. As she was filming, a bright light suddenly streaked across the sky, moving from one side to the other right above her. It was a meteor, so bright it made the entire sky light up in a brilliant blue. The video she captured quickly went viral, as people everywhere were amazed by the rare sight. That unexpected moment became the unforgettable highlight of her night, and a jaw-dropping clip shared with the world. Crawling mystery. This clip might just make you question what's lurking in the woods. In the video, a strange pale creature was spotted crawling on the ground, and at first, it almost looked human, if only it had been standing. As viewers watched, theories started to pop up. Some thought it could be a shapeshifter, something that starts off looking human, but transforms when it moves on all fours. It's unsettling, sure, but it makes you think maybe there are creatures out there that are far stranger than we could ever imagine. Girl encounter. She just wanted to record a simple song for her mom, something calm and sweet. But as she sang, a knock echoed through the room. It wasn't loud, but strange enough to make her stop and ask who it was. There was no answer, just another knock, a hand resting above the door. But when she opened it, there was nobody there. She sat back down, hoping to shake it off. But the knocking returned. Again, the hallway was empty. And just as she turned to head back in, her bedsheet suddenly slid off like it had been yanked. She checked the room. Nothing. No one. Yet something about the air told her she wasn't alone. Possessed man. This video starts with a man trying to show everyone what he saw coming upstairs. Though he looked like a man, his maneuvers were nothing like one. Then, out of nowhere, he jumped forward. Thankfully, the guy shut the door on time and made the eerie man stop right there. But as soon as he opened the door again, it was there, standing in the same eerie way. People who saw the video believe the man was possessed. Night shift encounter. A man was working late one night at a company in Singapore. The place was eerily quiet until an alarm suddenly went off. He stood up, puzzled, and checked the area, but found nothing out of place. Then came a strange sound near the door. His curiosity pushed him to investigate again. As he moved closer to the door, he felt something strange, like the air had shifted. Before he could turn back, the door slammed shut on its own. But the real shock came next. A chair, sitting perfectly still, suddenly began moving by itself. He didn't hesitate. He dashed out of the building, not looking back once. Peeking intruder. While alone in her house, a woman noticed something strange outside her window. A dark figure stood in window, its long hair hanging down around its face. It didn't move, only stared into her room with an eerie stillness, making the air feel thick and heavy. She couldn't look away, though every instinct told her to. The figure's unblinking gaze seemed to pull her in, as though it knew she was watching. Despite the silence, she felt an inexplicable need to keep her eyes locked on the figure, wondering just how long it had been there, and why. Screaming creature. As a girl was finishing up some laundry, she glanced up at the bathroom door and froze. There, at the top, a pale figure was screaming silently. In a flash, she moved toward the door, ready to confront whatever it was. But when she swung it open, the bathroom was empty. No figure, no sound, just the usual quiet. She stood there for a moment, confused, before quickly shutting the door. The unsettling image lingered in her mind, but there was nothing to explain it. Creature behind girl. One content creator had that exact experience, but not in the way you'd expect. She was streaming as usual, lost in the routine, when something strange slipped into view behind her. A dark figure appeared at the top of the stairs, motionless, just staring at her. The viewers noticed first, flooding the chat with concerned comments. Was it a prank, or something far darker? Girl on door. While cleaning his house, a man suddenly heard squeaking noises coming from behind the curtains. As he pulled the curtains aside, his breath caught in his throat. There, in the dim light, stood a girl, pale and unsettling. Her jet black eyes were fixed on him, staring right through him, as if she was lost in her own world.
What? What's wrong with you?
Her face held an expression that was intense, like she was waiting for something or someone. He couldn't shake the feeling that she didn't belong here, that she wasn't from this world at all. She seemed to long for somewhere far, far away. Heavy footsteps. It was a quiet evening when a couple started hearing strange noises coming from the basement. At first, they shrugged it off as nothing, but when the sounds grew louder, the man couldn't ignore it any longer. He decided to check it out. As he walked down into the basement, the sound of heavy footsteps echoed from behind him, loud and clear. He froze, heart pounding, and turned around. There was no one there. With a mix of confusion and fear, he quickly rushed back upstairs, unsure of what had just happened. The strange noise stayed with him, lingering in the silence of the house long after.
Hello? Oh my god!
And now, let's move on to the subscriber's pick. There are two sides to every story, but to a face? Well, that's something I watched for the first time. This chilling video has been circulating online, leaving viewers unsettled for all the right reasons. It begins with a man wearing a pale, lifeless mask as he records a video of himself. But the moment he removes the mask, something far more disturbing is revealed. Beneath the mask is a face that doesn't look human at all. Instead, it's an alien-like figure with strange, featureless characteristics and no clear shape. The unsettling, unrecognizable face left many people questioning its origin. And with that, see you next time.